Hello and welcome to another video on this channel. I think about changing the format sometimes, so we'll see how it goes. Let's get into this. This is a This to That video where I took this inspiration photo, a wine glass, and I tried to make an art piece out of it. So I'm just brainstorming some things here. I am just killing some time drawing a cartoon version of the wine glass just so I can play with the color palette and just like have time to think about what this wine glass sort of makes me think of. And in the midst of that, I ended up thinking about vampires, and it also made me think about someone who is sarcastic, funny, and just like sort of a smart aleck in a way. So I didn't know if I wanted to do a character, and I sort of thought about this comic idea where it's like this up close photo of just a hand holding the wine glass, and then there's someone who says like, haha, that's a funny wine glass, and you just pan out from the photo and the person holding the wine glass is a vampire, and they're like, one of these two lines is a lie, and it's not the first one. So yeah, that would have been like a comic idea. That's what I thought of, but it also made me think of human iron fluid. Liquid iron. Hemoglobin. So yeah, I thought it might be cool to do like a final realistic piece of like a covered hand? A realistic version of this piece as the final art piece. But I thought that would be putting the wine glass to front and centered, so I ended up thinking about perhaps doing a character design instead. I'm not sure what I would have turned this into otherwise if I didn't do a character design, but I sort of went with a character who would be found sort of drinking from this glass. And it really gives me the fun aunt vibe that drinks when she's at parties and she doesn't have any children vibe. So, yeah, I went with a female figure because of that, although it could have been a male. Wine gives me sort of female or vampire vibes. Whiskey gives me like hardcore vibes. But anyways, so yeah, I'm just sketching out a figure drawing just to get a rough idea of her figure, as well as just trying to plan out her hairstyle, the color scheme that I want to do, and a potential pose that I would do up in the future for the final piece. The whole session took me about 7 hours, by the way. Longest time I've taken on a video so far. From what I know of, not including the editing. The editing is what kills. It doesn't just kill me, it kills my laptop too. But yeah, so I thought it'd be fun to do sort of a character that looks like a vampire but is actually human. She just gets teased about it a lot. But then that was verging too much on the line of an actual OC that I have. Don't have a name for her, but she has like pale skin and she wears sunglasses every time she goes out. And she's also a florist, and she loves watching other people be miserable. And if you want to know more about her and her storyline, tell me in the comments below by commenting florist, and I will introduce you to this OC of mine. But anyway, so I thought like doing a person who looks like a vampire would be verging too much on that OC, so I chose to actually lean into doing a vampire. As you can see, I didn't understand arms in this like body angle, so yeah, that was fun. I would end up eventually pulling out a reference, by the way, for the final piece. See, progress. We're keeping things up, we're doing reference photos. But yeah. So I hope you guys are doing well, or doing alright. I hope you guys are surviving. And also just, while you're down in the comments, tell me about your day. How's it going? How's life? Any big news lately. Sometimes I think about doing like premiere videos, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be up at 8 a.m. my time to do premiere videos and be able to chat with you guys. So yeah. Anyways, so I line art, and it feels like I'm doing this as a final piece, but it's not. It's far from it. But yeah, it helps me define the character a bit more and to have an idea of where I'm going with it. Oh, and I also wanted to break up sort of something that I do with a lot of my OCs is that they wear a lot of dark colors, like from head to toes, they're dressed in black. I choose to change that differently, sort of with the, you know, the t-shirts that has like the opaque bodice, but then they also have like the sleeves and the top half is lacy or transparent-ish. That's sort of the top that I was going for, and then I went with white pants. Unfortunately, you don't get to see this, but yeah. So, getting into the speed painting, I will let you guys just see what happened. I alter the pose a bit, pull it up more up close so I could get more details in, and sort of work and focus on the hand. So change the positioning, and yeah. And it was first time doing glasses, so that was interesting. It was a bit tricky, and sort of having it pulled down while I was trying to get face details was a bit confusing to me, because I'm like, how should I shade it? Like, the glasses isn't there, or should I be adding the glasses and like just not waste time doing the areas underneath the glasses? So yeah, and before you comment, I know that the sunglasses highlight is not physically possible, and it's not probable, and it doesn't look right. I know that. I don't know what happened. I thought to myself, well, if I did white highlights, it would stand out too much. So that's why we apparently did some sort of stippling or dabbing or something. So yeah, I apologize for that when the time comes. But yeah, so I will leave you to watch me do the coloring. Cue the good music. So as the speed painting is wrapping up, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you've liked the content and format of the video, consider liking it, or just commenting, participating, and interacting with the post. Or if you liked the content of the channel, let's say, hypothetically speaking, this is the third video of mine that you've watched, consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot. And the final thing I will tell you is to stay safe, stay hydrated, and hopefully I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, and bye.